Ty Bartell with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we're talking boys hoops with the Columbiana Clippers skipper, Mr. Todd Johnson. Todd, how we doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Ty?
Not too bad, Coach. Not too bad myself. How are practices looking for the Clippers this year? I mean, I know they just started. They're fresh too, but how are things looking like early on?
We've had 4 good practices so far. I've been very encouraged by the effort, the intensity that the boys have shown. Got another one coming up tonight, so hopefully we continue to stack. That's what we've talked about: stacking effort and stacking these practices. So hopefully, I have another good one tonight.
You talk about some carryover success, and I really do believe that Clippers football team getting that spot into the playoffs can have that carryover success and kind of just fuel some of these athletes too. Have you seen a little bit of pep in the step from the football athletes since they've rejoined?
Yeah. We've had some football players. Once say congratulations to them for making the playoffs and having that success. So absolutely, success is contagious, and it could be something that we hopefully has a little bit of carryover onto the hardwood.
Let's talk about takeaways from last year into this season before we start talking about this season. What were some of your takeaways, points of growth, some things you want to look at going into this season from last year?
Well, last year, we had a good season, 14-11, won a sectional title, which was great for the team. Actually, it was we didn't turn the ball over a ton. We played well defensively, had some great numbers there. So that's kind of always kind of been hopefully our calling card is the defensive end of the floor. So that's something that I hope will continue to carry over into this season as well. We graduated 2 young men from last year, Joe Guido and Aaron Markham. But we do return a good amount, that has been able to, we've been able to hit the ground running in these practices.
Let's talk about the team this year and have this sort of meet the team segment. What can the Clippers fans expect on the court this year?
Well, we returned 4 starters, Ian Less, Maddox Brown, Alex Eusebio, and Devin Doherty. And then we bring back Seth Straharek as well. He saw a lot of time for us as a sophomore. Played a lot, so he's back with us as a junior. I'm looking at Cameron Clancy, who's a football name, that everybody should recognize. Then we got Anthony and Santino, the Gaglione boys, the Gaglione twins. They had success in cross country, so we talked about success, carrying over. And then we have a new senior as well this year coming to the fold. Parker Bush has come out for the basketball team, another football guy that fans might recognize. So looking to him as well to, bring us some depth. And then a couple of sophomores as well that Cooper Brown is someone that come to mind that, has some opportunity.
And no doubt a lot of these returners were big integral parts of last year's success too. So I gotta feel like yourself as well as the kids, you guys are pretty hungry to not only have a similar type season, but build off of that and have a better season this year from last year.
I mean, absolutely. So, it's the kids are hungry and excited. The school is excited. There's a buzz about about the basketball program, and these boys have earned that right. So they've earned that right to have that. They've the 4 starters that I've named, they've been playing significant varsity minutes since their sophomore year. So, you're talking year 3 for a lot of these boys at the varsity level. So, we hope that, that'll pay dividends.
I think boys basketball in the EOAC is a very underrated, it talked about subject because I think it's very good for small school basketball, no doubt. What do you see from the conference this year? How do you think your boys are going to fare in it?
I mean, I think it's a well-balanced conference. You always got to start at the top. Wellsville's a 2-time defending champion. So, until someone says otherwise, they're the champs. So, you have to come in ready to go against him, brand new coach and Coach Nate Scott. So, he's going to bring a certain energy and, and a little bit of, passion there. You look at Lisbon, they return everybody. They were all juniors last year. So they're going to be a very strong team to go against. Valley Christian, Dolph Carroll does a great job down at Southern. Coach Grimm, United, Coach Thompson. I mean, I can go on and on. I think we have, a lot of good athletes. I think we have a lot of good coaches in the EOAC.
What do you need to see from your team to see the Clippers be towards the top of the conference by season then?
I mean, any coach will tell you consistency. A lot of coaches, go after consistency. Defensive end of the floor buying in, and our boys have really bought into our program and our culture and what we're about. So, I think that's going to help keep us in a lot of ball games. Is what we can do on the defensive end of the floor, playing for each other. Which these boys do a great job of. They all play for each other. And just stacking those efforts. I talked to that about the very beginning. Great practices and continuing to stack those efforts and always continuing to get better day after day, I think is going to hopefully have us there at the end of the year up fighting for an EOAC title.
From what you lost from last year and from what you brought back, does the brand of Clipper basketball change or alter a little bit, or do you guys stay the course and do we see something similar on the floor this year?
Well, I mean, we have our our core beliefs, our core culture, offensive, defensively, what we like to do and stuff like that. We do try to tailor. I try to tailor, and the coaching staff, different things that are helps put the boys in the best position. I mean, but we've always been since I've taken the head coaching job at Columbiana, a defensive first type team and having that mentality. So I don't think you're going to see a change in that. Taking care of the basketball. Obviously, any coach will tell you if you don't turn it over and you play good defense, you're going to be in a lot of ball games. So, that's kind of our mindset and our goal, as we enter the season.
I always love when that Clipper gym gets packed too, and you got everyone doing the Clipper clap too when they can get a good one going. How
Absolutely.
important is this community support in building this team and continuing to grow as a program?
The community sport has been tremendous. We've had great attendance at games. We've had a great student section, and I know at least walk through the hallways and hearing kids talking. They're excited about the games or excited about coming out for the student section and supporting these boys. And these our team feeds off that. Our team feeds off of their friends coming and cheering and yelling for them, their parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, anybody in the Columbiana community coming out and supporting this team and filling the gym. It can make for a very fun atmosphere.
Coach, I know that though you're going to get the interviews, you're going to get some of the limelight. You don't do it yourself. I know the staff always is. It depends on how good the staff is around you to make how good you are, right?
Absolutely.
What's that Clipper staff look like this year, Coach?
Well, I've Matt Liggett, Coach Liggett. He's with me now. This will be year 8 together. He's done a phenomenal job. I'm bringing on a new coach, Eric Hoffenzies, Coach Hoffenzies. You guys are probably familiar with him. He's called some games for you guys, and actually dating myself a little bit, but obviously he played for me as well.
Yeah.
And then my junior high staff is back in full force, and that's Ryan Froz and Quentin Cross. Again, 2 boys that played for me. But what I love is that, we have all the boys, building up through the program that have been through our program. So they know the expectations. They know, the way we want to teach things, and, as they continue to build up.
Shout out that first game for Clipper Nation too, and let them know when they can catch you. Let them know why they should be catching some games this year.
Well, we start off, so our first 5 are in the league. I mean, we start off right off the bat. We're going first 5 in the league, and we go to we go to East Palestine to start. Always a tough place to play. Coach Reynolds is building his program, and he's doing a great job with that. I'm sure he'll have his boys ready to go. I mean, we go right to them, to Southern, with Coach Graham and them, and then Lisbon as well with Coach Huxold. So our 3 right off the bat are pretty tough, and then if you look at our out of conference as well, I mean, right after we go through our first 5, we get Springfield and Coach Brink, who's always done a great job out there. We're going to we're playing in the Heartland Holiday Tournament with for the first time in 8 years. We get to play the Crestview Rebels, so that should be a fun atmosphere, and it should be a lot of fun fun experience for both communities to get involved with. Towards the end, we got West Branch, we got Mineral Ridge, we got West Reserve, we got Jackson Milton, we got Lakeview. So, we got a pretty tough schedule ahead of us, and we're excited for it.
I want to spend a little bit extra time on that Crestview Columbiana game because I know from talking to a lot of community members and a lot of sports members too, they've been wanting this game for a long time. Both sides have been wanting this game for a long time. Got to be exciting for you. Got to be exciting for the kids that we got a date. It's circled. It's set now on the calendar.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great environment. Like I said, it's at Heartland Christian, which is obviously everybody knows old Columbiana High School. So, the Rebels and the Clippers are getting together again, back in that gymnasium. And, it's just going to be, you know, bringing that kind of little bit of a rivalry back, you know, having those kids play against each other. A lot of those kids are friends. They hang out all the time. You know, they talk to each other. But to bring it back this year is, you know, I think it's going to be something special when we play each other there at the end of December.
Coach, I know another thing that's so special about this game is that it's always the love that brings us back. No matter the position, coaching, announcer, player, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's the love of the game that keeps us coming back. My theme question this year for all coaches, the love of the game, where did it start for you? Did you have a pinpoint moment? Do you have a time period that you remember falling in love with the sport of basketball?
Some people may laugh, but I was 5 years old and I was out and I was shooting at my elementary school that I grew up in Florida. And I just remember, you know, going through there and playing elementary ball down there and everything. And I just love the game. You know, it's just always been, you know, that it's something that's been a part of me. And now that I've been coaching now, gosh, going on, I think 18 years in total. You know, I've been on the sidelines. I have a passion for teaching the game, and I have a passion for you know, watching boys succeed and watching young men grow. Young men grow into men. So it's been a passion of mine to be on the sidelines, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
Coach, we're wishing you the best of luck this season. We're rooting for you here at YSN as we're just excited to see some EOAC basketball back in action. And I'm sure we'll cross paths here on the network with you guys more than once this season. This has been a first edition of Coach's Corner with the Columbiana boys basketball skipper, Mr. Todd Johnson.
Thank you.